Hi, I'm Frances. I'm the creator of Self-Help Coaching Tools. I'm guessing that you're here because you feel anxiety and fear and you'd really like to find some help for it. I get that. I have wrestled with anxiety and fear a lot of my life. I have felt about a lot of different things, about work and relationships and health and money and time. I've laid in bed at night terrified someone was going to break in. I've had low-grade ongoing anxiety about, can I pay my bills? Am I going to be successful? All kinds of things. I've had shortness of breath. I've felt panicky. I've felt tightness in my throat. I've been panicky in a crowd situation. So I've experienced a lot of different kinds of anxiety and fear. Just one example. Before I became a coach, I went to school over the course of about 11 years and got an engineering degree. And worked really hard for it. And after working as an engineer for about a year and a half, I figured out that when I went home at the end of the day, my soul was not feeling very satisfied. I felt kind of empty. And I felt anxiety about that because I just spent a lot of time and a lot of money getting to this place to have this job. In spite of that, I decided to do some soul searching and looking for what it was that I'm supposed to be doing in this world and what really gives me satisfaction. And it was a process that I felt a lot of fear in. I felt afraid of letting go of that past. I was afraid that I wouldn't be successful or I wouldn't find something. But the good news is that I went through the process, and what I found out is I'm on this planet to help people grow, and I became a personal coach. And in that process, I have learned some really powerful tools that help me really change the game for me around anxiety and fear and help me have the life that I really want. So I share these tools with my personal coaching clients, and they are really helpful for them as well. And I want to help a lot more people with them because they're incredibly powerful. And there's only so many people I can coach in a day, so I decided to write this guide, How to Stop Fear and Anxiety from Stopping You. This guide is really different from most of the other guides out there, and this is how. Most of the other guides out there focus on getting rid of anxiety or reducing it, and I don't do that. And here's why. Because when you focus on getting rid of anxiety, you end up getting less of what you want instead of more. And that's because as human beings, we're built to want to grow and stretch. And in that growing, stretching zone, we are naturally going to feel the very natural human experience of anxiety and fear. There's really nothing wrong with feeling it. The challenge is that we aren't taught by our culture to know how to be able to just hang with that experience and feel it. So, in a loving way. So what I teach in my guide is how to meet yourself in love. That's the first one. And by that I mean it's a way to be able to be present with your feelings and to love yourself in them. Kind of like if your 4-year-old niece were learning how to ride a bike and she was scared, you would say, "Gosh, I know what that's like. I was scared when I tried to learn, and it's perfectly okay for you to be scared and natural, and there's nothing wrong with being scared, and I'm here, I'm loving you, and I'm supporting you, and we'll figure it out together." That's meeting her in love. I'm going to help you learn how to treat yourself that way, and it will change the game for you around how you experience anxiety and fear. The second part of the guide, which is equally important, is learning to let your spiritual self run the show. And the reason why that is important is that if you let other parts of you run the show, it doesn't take you to aliveness either. Your spiritual self is the part of you that knows who you are, that knows that you are pure potential, that knows that you are a slice of the divine. Your spiritual self knows what is going to bring you what your heart truly desires. So when you let it run the show instead of your parents or your friends' opinions or your fears or your other feelings or avoiding feelings, then you get to have what you really want. So these two things together, meeting yourself in love and letting your spiritual self run the show, those two things together get you what you really want. That is the focus of this guide. The guide is very hands-on. There are lots of stories and examples. There are lots of exercises for you to to implement in your life. And there's also a section at the end of the guide that helps you take these new ideas and turn them into lasting change for yourself, so that you're not just reading another nice self-help book that you put down and then you forget and nothing ever changes. I want real change for you. I would like you to get to experience the shift in your relationship with anxiety and fear that I have got to experience. So there are 3 ways that you can experience the material in this guide. The first is I have pulled together the most important concepts from the guide and put them together in the free excerpts. And you can get that here on this website. The second way that you can experience it is to buy the guide, and I want you to be able to buy it without a lot of anxiety. So you have a 60-day 100% satisfaction guarantee. You have 60 days to get it, buy it, read it, try the exercises, implement it in your life, make it a regular part of your life, try it on, and see what the changes are, and see what the results are for you with this information. If you aren't 100% satisfied within 60 days, I will happily give you your money back. The third way you can experience the material in this guide is to consider hiring me as your personal coach. It's kind of a way to really amp up the process. We create a very unique set of exercises and plan for and kind of journey for you and your particular anxieties and fears and what you really want for your life. When I hired a coach, I like to say it was like strapping rockets to my butt. I stopped talking about what I wanted to do and I actually started doing it. And it was one of the best things I ever did for myself. Profoundly transformative for me. So if you're interested in that, you can click on one of the links on this page and that direct you to signing up for coaching. If I have spots available in my coaching practice, I will email you. We'll set up 2 free sessions so that you can experience coaching, you can see what the effect is for you personally, and we can decide together if we think that would be a really effective way for you to get the changes that you want in your life. So I want to end by challenging you to take action today, to do one of these 3 things: to either get the free excerpts or to buy the guide, knowing that you have 60 days to try it out and get your money back if you aren't happy, or to contact me to sign up for 2 free coaching sessions and see what coaching is like. These are all ways that you do not, you're not laying out cash and the cash is gone. You are investing your time and energy, which is very valuable, but it's a fairly low risk, low investment way to try out. Is what I had to offer something that's going to be truly effective for you. And the reason why I encourage you to do it today is that it's your precious life that we're talking about here. If you get to have help with anxiety today, that's one more day of your life that you get to live moving in the direction of what you really want rather than getting frozen up by anxiety and fear. So I encourage you, for your life, for your heart's desires, to take action today and to take your first step on your journey of learning a totally different way of dealing with anxiety and fear.